What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Surfside PPC YouTube channel. Today, we're going to be going over the Google Keyword Planner. Now, the Google Keyword Planner can be accessed through your Google Ads account. If you don't have a Google Ads account already, start by creating a Gmail account or any type of Google account. Go to ads.google.com. You can completely skip the campaign creation process, and once you get to this screen, go to Tools and Settings and search for Keyword Planner. You could also literally just do a Google search for Google Keyword Planner and it will be the top result, and it will bring you to a page that looks like this. Now, when you get to the Google Keyword Planner, there's 3 different options they give you: discover new keywords, get search volume and forecasts, and organize keywords into ad groups. For the purpose of this video, we're going to be focusing on discover new keywords. This is really the main thing you use the Google Keyword Planner for. So if we come in here to discover new keywords, the very first thing is going to be to start with keywords or start with a website. Now, if you're interested in a very long, extensive Google Keyword Planner tutorial, I do have one on my channel. I will link it in the video description, and I'll also link some other relevant videos that will be useful if you're interested in learning about the Keyword Planner or Google Ads in general. So if we come over here to discover new keywords first and foremost, the very first thing it's going to say is start with keywords, and what you can do is enter 1 to 10 keywords here. So if, let's just say, I want to find keywords related to laptops. You're going to see enter products or services closely related to your business. So what you want to enter here, basically the search terms people would use to find your products or services. So it could be laptops. It could be, using the example over here on the right hand side, they're saying try not to be too specific or general. For example, meal delivery is better than meals for a food delivery business. So you could do food delivery, meal delivery, pizza delivery. It could be something like accounting software. So no matter what it is that your business actually offers to people, that's what you want to put in here. So let's use laptops as our example here, and we're just going to click on enter for laptops. And one thing to note, when you're adding keywords here, let's just say I do laptops, let's say I do tablets, let's say I do desktop computers, the more keywords that you enter in the search, the more keywords that the Keyword Planner will output to you. So if we only have 3 keywords here instead of 10, you could also enter a website here to filter unrelated keywords. But if we only have 3 keywords here instead of our 10 keywords, what it's going to give us down here at the bottom, 3,931 keyword ideas. Let's just come up to the top. We'll get rid of tablets and desktop computers. We're just going to focus on laptops and click on get results. Now we have 2,200 keyword ideas. So the more that you enter up here, the more keywords it's going to give you at the bottom. Now, over here on the right-hand side is an option to refine keywords. So let's go through that really quick. One thing that you can do is if you know for a fact you do not want to focus on brand keywords whatsoever, what you could do is just get rid of brand keywords here. Now, if you're talking about laptops in general, you probably do want the brand keywords, so you can always select those or deselect them depending on the keywords you want to look at. That will get rid of a lot of the branded searches. So if we come and scroll down here, that's first and foremost brand or non-brand. We can collapse this or scroll down. Scroll down, processor. So if you know you want to focus on a specific type of processor for a laptop, you can choose that here. Year, and then they have others down here at the bottom. So different things that you can actually filter out of the keywords here. This can be really useful sometimes if you want to focus, for example, on the brand or non-brand keywords. Sometimes when you enter certain things, let's just say related to the home, they may have, are you focusing on the living room, the bathroom, the bedroom? So you can refine keywords to find specific keywords that would actually be related to a category. Now, let's close refine keywords for right now, and let's look at all of our keyword research they're giving us. Very first thing I want to show you is they give us keyword by relevance, average monthly searches, top of page bid. So this shows the lower range of what advertisers have historically paid for a keyword's top of page bid. The high range is going to be over here on the right-hand side. So with bids, one of the things you can get from bids is keywords with very high bids. For example, if you see both of these, the low range and the high range being very high bids, that generally means that they're very competitive keywords and advertisers are bidding a lot of money on those keywords. The main reason advertisers bid a lot of money on a keyword over here is because it's returning them a positive return on ad spend. So just one thing to keep in mind when you're looking at keyword, average monthly searches, top of page bid, the low range, and the high range. These refer to actual advertisers in Google Ads and what they are bidding to be able to target these keywords. Now the next is going to be competition. Shows how competitive ad placement is for a keyword specific to the location in the search network. Level of competition from 0 to 100 determined by number of ad slots filled. divided by total number of ad slots available. A lot of times for these keywords, you're seeing 100 for the competition here. That means there's just a lot of different advertisers that are bidding on these keywords. So the competition is high over here. If we come over here to columns and we click on modify columns, there's a few different things that we can look at. 3-month change, year-over-year change, so you can look at the actual trend of the keywords. And then you can actually see if you are bidding on these keywords, your ad impression share for this keyword. You can look at whether or not this keyword is in your account and you're bidding on it. And then you can also connect Google Search Console to Google Keyword Planner and get your organic impression share and your organic average position. We're not going to go through that in this specific video, but I just want to show you some of the other columns that are available. Now, one of the things that you can do through the Google Keyword Planner, if you're interested in building a Google Ads campaign, is you could actually put together relevant keywords. For example, I can say, let's put together Lenovo keywords. So we'll take Lenovo here, go to saved keywords, and what we can do is actually add this to a new campaign. So that's one option that we have here. We can also add these to our saved keywords and then add those keywords to our saved keywords to create a plan. So a couple different options that you have there. If we go to campaign ad group, we do a campaign, let's just say laptops example, and then we can add an ad group here. We can do Lenovo. Click on save. And now what it's going to do is going to say, okay, we created this campaign. Let's add this to our campaign, our laptops example, and our Lenovo ad group. We can choose our actual keyword match type. So broad match is going to match very broad keyword searches. Phrase match is going to match very similar keyword searches. An exact match will match basically the exact or close synonyms or misspellings. So phrase match will also match synonyms. It will match a lot more than exact match. And then broad match really opens it up. So if we are targeting keywords for a Google Ads campaign, my best practice is to start with phrase match keywords. So phrase match tend to be the best option for most advertisers. Broad match can be very useful for large budget advertisers who want to do a lot of testing. Exact match can be very useful for advertisers that really want to focus on their main keywords and don't worry too much about getting more volume from other types of keyword searches. Phrase match to me is kind of the best of both worlds. So this is one way to create a campaign through the Google Keyword Planner and then add these keywords to our plan. If you want to create a complete campaign in the Google Keyword Planner, it is a little bit complicated. I did do it in a recent video, and I will put that video in the description so you can easily find it, how to create search campaigns using Google Keyword Planner and using Google Ads Editor. So if you keep adding keywords to your saved keywords, so let's just take all of these keywords here. This is 10 selected. We can keep adding these to our plan, or we can add them to our saved keywords. So let's add these keywords to our saved keywords. Let's go over to saved keywords, and at any time you can access this plan. The one good thing about looking at this plan is you can see search volume here, and then what you could also do is let's just pretend we're targeting these keywords in a campaign. We can go to forecast. So within forecast, we can take all of our saved keywords, click on done, and what it's going to do is actually show us how a campaign is likely to perform if we're targeting these individual keywords. It's saying forecasting the 8 keywords down here that we're targeting, I think it is. So we'll come to the top using a maximize conversions bid strategy. And then let's just say instead of broad, let's say we're using phrase match keywords. Click on apply. This is saying with a $30 daily budget, we can get 435 conversions for $930. Now, a lot of this data makes absolutely no sense for anything if you're not running a lot of campaigns. If you're running more campaigns, what Google Ads can actually do is use your historical conversion rate, and you can actually put in how much every conversion is worth for your business. So if we do estimated conversion rate here and our value per conversion, let's just say our conversion rate for laptops is 6%. Let's say our value per conversion, $250, let's say, for example. So we're selling laptops, so they're pretty expensive. So we have 6% conversion rate, $250 per sale. This is basically saying with a $30 average daily budget, our conversion value would be $110,000. Probably way too high. Our conversion rate is probably way too high up here, but you can kind of get an idea. If you know your historical conversion rate is $2, let's put our value per conversion a little bit lower. Let's say $150. We'll click on save. So 2% conversion rate, $150 value per conversion. This is saying if we spend $930 with a $30 average daily budget, we'll drive 151 conversions, 7,600 clicks. I don't know how accurate a lot of this data is. It's saying our cost per click is incredibly low here. This just makes you want to start a laptop website, but I don't think we're going to see these exact results. However, you can get some idea of a forecast, And I do use this very often, and I will import client data here into the conversion rate, and then I'll also look at their average order value. And what you can do to kind of take it a step further, rather than just looking at average order value, if you can try to figure out the average profit per order, that can be very useful, especially if you're working for e-commerce companies. Let's come back over to keyword ideas, and now let's get back into more of the SEO side of things. So when you're looking at pay-per-click advertising in the Google Keyword Planner, you can get all sorts of ideas for types of keywords that you can target. And if we're looking at, let's just say 100 rows here, you're going to see a ton of different categories here in terms of different brands. There's going to be laptop prices, laptop sizes, there's different models. So with laptops, there's a lot to look at in terms of different keywords. Let's just say we're starting a niche website and it's related to... You can support my channel by joining my channel membership for $2.99 a month, where I'll be building a niche website. You can also join SpyFu, a great PPC and SEO research tool, less than $200 a year, by going to surfsideppc.com/SpyFu. Camping, for example. So let's click on the X here and let's just enter camping as our keyword. Let's say we have no clue where to get started, but we know that we want to sell camping products. So let's come over here and click on Get Results. The very first thing that you're going to see here is the main keywords that we enter are generally going to be towards the top when we're looking at keywords by relevance. So it's going to bring the keywords we provided, and these are keyword ideas. All of these keywords are ranked by relevance. So when you're looking at keyword ideas, glamping, camping near me, campgrounds near me, at any time what you can do, this gave us 419 keyword ideas, is you can say, okay, we want to talk about camping. I know I want to sell camping tents. I know I want to sell camping lanterns. So let's add those here as well. Let's say camping tents. Let's say outdoor tents. I don't just want to put the keyword tents because that could be a little bit too... Let's actually get rid of outdoor tents. And let's just do something along the lines of... And let's put something like camping lanterns here. So we'll add that keyword. And then what we can do is, as we keep coming down here, we could try to find more keywords that we know we're going to be targeting. So camping meals, that could be an option. Camping grill. Let's say we want to do camping grill as well. Now, some of these here, like camping tents, could almost be a niche on its own. So some of these are such large niches and there's so many people buying these products that if you create a website that is the best with talking about different types of camping tents people can purchase, that website would probably do well enough on its own. But what we're going to see here is just by entering some of these other keywords here, we entered 3 new keywords. We went from 419 keywords to 6,145 keywords. Now, let's just say I just want to focus on keywords related to camping. This is where filters come in. So with filters, we can do keyword filters, average monthly searches, competition. You can do the bid ranges and the index value competition. What I like doing a lot of times is keyword text. Let's make sure camping is in all these keywords that we're targeting. So we want to make sure all of the keywords we're targeting have camping. We don't need 6,000 keywords to target. This brings us down to 1,500 total keyword ideas. So what we can do now is add another filter, and let's just say I want average monthly searches to be at least 30 or greater. So let's get rid of some of the keywords at the very bottom that get 10 or less average monthly searches. Try to get it at least 30 or greater. So doing that will bring this to 669 keywords. And as we scroll down here, you can see our keywords at the top here. And then there's going to be a ton more keywords down here where if we're creating a camping website, these are all different keywords that we can try to target. Now, the biggest challenge with the Google Keyword Planner is not finding keywords. It's basically taking something like camping lamp and understanding search intent. If someone's searching for camping lamp, very similar to camping lantern most likely, but if someone's searching camping lamp, you want to put together a page on your website of these are the best camping lamps. This is the best camping lamp for somebody who camps all the time. This is the best camping lamp for somebody who camps once a year. This is the brightest camping lamp. This is the most energy efficient camping lamp. This camping lamp has the longest battery. So if you put together a guide like that, not only will you rank high in Google, you're also going to drive sales on your website. That's the ultimate goal of using the Google Keyword Planner, is going from keyword to actually taking that next step and actually creating good content around that keyword. The other thing you're going to see at the top here, United States is the location I'm targeting, but you can adjust your location targeting. If, for example, you know that you're targeting people in Canada, enter Canada here. If you're targeting people in Mexico, enter Mexico here. Depending on the location you're targeting, that is what you should be using for the Google Keyword Planner. You can adjust the language targeting. You can also look at historical data. So let's come up to the top here. and you can see our chart trend right here. So obviously camping gets very popular in the summer, not quite as popular in the cold winter months. What they're giving us right now with this data is the last 12 months. We could go last month, last 24 months. You can use custom dates, or we can just use all available. One thing you may want to do when you're doing niche research is all available, because you're going to see right here, camping is showing that it kind of peaked in June 2020, but it still stays pretty steady on a yearly basis. Now, this is during COVID, and a lot of people were probably looking to go camping during COVID because that's one of the things that you could travel and do. So let's keep scrolling down here. You're going to see average monthly searches through this time period. So we're looking from July 2019 to June 2023, and we can see all of these keywords and the average monthly searches for all these keywords. You could actually see trend lines for individual keywords, and you may find things, for example, camping stove. Camping stove peaked right here in 2020, and it hasn't really ever taken that next step since. So if you're looking for a type of niche to start, you don't want to start something that peaked a few years ago and is kind of stagnated. So that's kind of ultimately what you're looking for when you're looking at some of these trends. Now, a couple more things with the Google Keyword Planner. Let's say rather than starting with keywords, we want to research for our website. So I'm going to use my own website here, and we'll just say beachfrontdecor.com. So what we can do is use our entire website, beachfrontdecor.com. It's going to use that website as a source of keywords, and we'll click on Get Results. First things first, when you do a new search, you may have an issue like this. Make sure you get rid of those filters that we previously set. So we'll get rid of our 2 filters here. This gave me 597 total keyword ideas. They used to give more keyword ideas for a website, but they actually cut this a lot. So one of the things you can do with a website, if we look by average monthly searches, I will do this every now and then just to see my most relevant keywords and looking at average monthly searches and ways that I could potentially improve my existing content. So what you're going to see is all of these beach-related keywords, average monthly searches over here. These are all keywords that I target with products and keywords that I target with content. So I've been able to rank pretty well for this website. For the most part, a lot of the keywords that I have found for my website was simply going to the keyword planner, not sorting, not searching with my website, but starting with keywords and just coming here and saying, okay, I need to add beach furniture to my website. So we'll do beach furniture, we'll do coastal furniture, and then what I start doing is things like beach sofas, beach dining room sets, we'll do beach headboards, just add a ton of different keywords in here. So we're just trying to find any type of furniture that we can. And then what we're going to do is if we add all of these keywords here, so I'll add a couple more. Okay, so I add my limit of 10 keywords. I can add a website to filter unrelated keywords, but I'm not even going to do that. We're going to keep this wide open, and we're just going to look with these 10 different keyword ideas, 2,800 total keywords. And if we're looking by average monthly searches, what you're going to see is there's not a ton of search volume for these keywords. And this also has a lot of seasonality to it, where people are always looking for things in the summer because people go to their beach homes in the summer. Now it's kind of flattened out a little bit, and I saw my best year in 2020 as well, and you can see the search volume was up 40%. So it's very helpful when search volume goes way up and you're already ranking for a lot of these keywords. Now, one of the things you're going to see at the top is broaden your search, and you can click on any of these to broaden your search as well. You just want to make sure if you're targeting things like beach or coastal, you don't just want to add sofas there, because then you start to target keywords that are going to be a little bit too broad from what we actually want to do on our website. But what I could do with these keywords here is I could start creating a Google Ads campaign. Coastal furniture, let's add this to a campaign or ad group. Let's not add it to our existing campaign. Let's create a new campaign, and let's just say beach furniture. So it's really that simple to start creating campaigns through the Google Keyword Planner. Just start by clicking keywords, create the new campaign, and then we can add a ton of different ad groups here. So I could do things like end tables, sofas, coffee tables. So we can add all of these different ad groups if I know I want to target all these keywords. Click on save, and then what we can do is start adding keywords to each individual ad group here. So for this beach furniture one, I have coastal furniture selected. Let's create a new ad group within our beach furniture, coastal furniture. Click on save, and now we will select our campaign. We will select our ad group, phrase match keyword, add this keyword to our plan. And then what we can do is start coming down here and adding all of these different keywords here as well. Now, one of the things you're going to find when you're searching these keywords, there's going to be things that are a little bit unrelated to what we searched. Folding beach chair, Tommy Bahama chairs. These are related specifically to beach chairs. So when you see something like this, generally what I'll do is I'll take a note of, okay, Keywords related to beach chairs have a lot of average monthly search volume. So I have a huge section of beach chairs on my website. I found those keywords directly from the keyword planner. So as we keep scrolling down here, the next thing you need to do is just go through your keyword ideas. And I'm kind of do a lot of this stuff manually. Coastal dresser, I will put that in a spreadsheet. You could also take all these keywords, select all 2,811 of them, and we can download these keywords into a Google Sheets or a CSV file. I would highly recommend using some filters like we talked about. So you may want to use filters where the keyword text contains beach, contains coastal, and then just try to find the most relevant keywords for you. You can make sure the average monthly searches are fairly high, and then you could download all those keywords, and that can give you a good starting point when you're trying to actually create content on your website. So to kind of recap the Google Keyword Planner, you can use the forecast section here with your saved keywords. So all you need to do is go through your keyword ideas, and then you can add a ton of keywords. I can just select all of these keywords here, all 100 to my saved keywords, add those keywords to my plan, and it's going to add all of them to my saved keywords. Now, what you could do at any time is you can save this plan. Just come here, name the plan. I could do my sample Google Keyword Planner plan, click on save, and now this will save. And then when we re-access the keyword planner, it will show up at the very bottom. I will show you in a minute. Organize keywords is a fairly new feature. I haven't used this too often. I prefer to manually organize keywords. One thing you can also do is use your negative keyword list. So if you have a negative keyword list, you can add that here. And it's useful for using if you already know there's 100, 200 keywords you don't want to target within your Google Ads campaigns. Add a negative keyword here. You're going to see the different match types: broad match, phrase match, and exact match. I prefer to use phrase match negative keywords, just like I prefer to use phrase match keywords when I'm targeting them. Within these keyword ideas, this is really where you get so much information. And to me, this is the best free keyword research tool. All you need is a Google Ads account to access it. Come up to the top, start entering all of the different products you sell, all of the different services you offer. And what you're trying to do here is you're trying to find long tail keywords that you can target that are easier to rank for. And then you're trying to find all sorts of keywords that you can continue to optimize your website for, and you can actually target with your Google Ads campaigns. So when someone's searching coastal coffee table, I know I need a page on my website that has a list of the best coastal coffee tables for sale. I need it to be very well formatted, very easy to use, and something that people are going to go to and browse on my website for a while and hopefully purchase something. Once I have that page, then I can target this keyword. Preferably, I would take this keyword, add it to an existing campaign or ad group, and I would add it as a phrase match keyword to get started. You could always choose broad match later. You could always choose exact match later, but I would highly recommend just starting with a phrase match keyword. But this is kind of a quick overview of the Google Keyword Planner. You can access it through the planning, going to the Keyword Planner here. And then if we scroll down here, here's my sample Google Keyword Planner plan that we were just talking about with my forecast period for next month. So highly recommend getting started in the Google Keyword Planner if you haven't already. You can find keywords for your Google Ads campaigns. I use it all the time for SEO keyword research, and I'm going to create a video about how to come up with a quick SEO keyword list using the Google Keyword Planner shortly. So if you have any questions about any of this, please leave them in the comment section. Thanks for watching my video today, and make sure you subscribe to the Surfside PPC YouTube channel. You can support my channel by joining my channel membership for $2.99 a month, where I'll be building a niche website. You can also join SpyFu, a great PPC and SEO research tool, less than $200 a year, by going to surfsideppc.com/SpyFu.